Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good week. For this week's newsletter, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the law of attraction. I don't know how much everyone knows about the law of attraction or how much you're using it, but I just wanted to share a couple of my biggest success stories with using the law of attraction and just share with you some examples of really and truly being able to manifest miracles in your own life. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie The Secret, but that is definitely an amazing place to start. It's a great introduction to the law of attraction, but there are some things more that you need to know if you want to have amazing successes with it yourself, amazing stories and amazing to manifest miracles. But basically, the law of attraction simply states that whether you think you can or think you can't, either way you're right. That's a quote from the movie by Henry Ford, of Ford Cars. And really, the law of attraction is actually a secondary law of the universe. The first law is the law of vibration. And so everything that we create in our lives is actually happening as a response to how we're feeling. And how we're feeling is a response to what we're thinking. And so to give you an example, for a long time I didn't have the best luck in dating and love and romance. And after a series of heartbreaks and disappointing relationships and really just a string of not good guys, I had to realize that I was actually making that happen. I was the common denominator, and I was literally attracting these men to me. I attracted these men to me because of an unloved part of myself. And when there is an unloved part of ourselves, we can only attract people who match that. And so I attracted men also who didn't love themselves and therefore could never really love me. But to be more specific, there was a long time I kept thinking, because of all the disappointments I had, that I couldn't trust love. I said over and over and over to myself that love was a liar. So would you find it hard to believe that after saying that for years, I attracted the biggest liar of them all. I ended up dating somebody for a year who I thought I was going to marry, but then found out that I was the other girl for the whole year. I didn't know. There were a lot of other things he lied about than just the girl, but I did that to myself by saying, I can't trust love. I can't trust love. Love is a liar. But in total contrast to that, some of my bigger successes with the law of attraction have been manifesting the apartment I live in now. I have lived in the apartment I live in now for 5 years, and it is literally I feel like Goldilocks there. It's my dream apartment. It's the most beautiful location. It's located centrally. There's water fountains and a park and a beautiful trail. I have a gorgeous view. I have a big balcony. And those are all things I wrote down and wanted to manifest. And then, lo and behold, a situation came into my life where I was given 3 weeks to find a new place to live. I thought this was a devastating piece of information, but that's what needed to happen in order for me to find the place where I live now. Now, that's an apartment, but I also manifested the kitty that I live with. I have a beautiful little fur baby. I named her Willow, and I manifested her too with the law of attraction. I named her a year before I got her. And one day somebody walked into the bank where I worked and offered us kittens. And so I got a cat that day. Now, a third example, and this I think is my best example because it's a bit more serious, but I've actually been able to heal myself physically from not only a condition in my stomach that has no cure, but I was also able to heal myself from 2 herniated discs without surgery. I had a really bad fall, and I herniated 2 discs in my back, plus I bent my tailbone 90 degrees. And I really struggled with that for many, many years. I didn't know I had 2 herniated discs for many years. I just knew it hurt a lot. When I put my head down, it would hurt in my ankle. And when I finally had an MRI done that confirmed how bad the damage was, my doctor offered me epidurals and surgery. As a previous dancer, former dancer, I wasn't too keen on the idea of starting epidurals for pain management or being operated on. And so I put everything I had into healing these discs. I remembered the part in The Secret. There's a man who literally fell out of the sky. He fell out of an airplane. He crashed his airplane and was told he would never walk again. But he put himself back together again and walked out of that hospital a matter of months later. And I thought to myself, if he can do it, if he can do that much healing on himself, if he can do that, I can do it too. And I told my discs to go back home. I did everything my physiotherapist told me and more. I lived and breathed healing my herniated disc for 3 months. I told myself I was already healed, and 3 months later when I went for an MRI, I got confirmation that the discs indeed were no longer herniated. This was July 2013 or 2012, and it was literally one of the happiest days of my life. So I just wanted to share those stories with you. Amazing things can happen when you have your mind and when you know what to do with the law of attraction. As I mentioned, it's a secondary law of the universe. The first law of the universe is the law of vibration. And so I like to say, when it comes to manifesting, when you can feel it, you will see it. When you can feel in your body that you're healthy, when you can feel in your body that you are abundant, when you can feel in your body that you are worthy and loved and lovable, you do become those things. So if any of you have any questions about working with the law of attraction, I know there's a lot of confusion on the topic. People misperceive some of the information out there on the law of attraction, and when it doesn't work for them right away, they give up and think it doesn't work. But I am living proof that you can manifest miracles in your life, and I'm here to show you how to do that too.